How do I do you know how I turn off the grid? Yeah. You know what the hotkey is or whatever? Display wire for display. It's not under display. Filter. I see it. I got it. So, the fuck is that? What is? Yeah. No, I just wanted the grid off. Oh, whoops! This isn't NCAA football. What do I set the category to? What do I set the category to on Twitch? Art? Creative build? Just creative? I just set it to creative. It has the same on Mixer. Okay. All right. So. Oh, whoa. Weird. The. How do I. Can I tumble out of an ortho view into perspective or no? Like, I'm in right view right now, right? And I just want to like, I don't think it's gonna let me. It's like Maya. I want to tumble out of perspective view or out of an uh, orthographic view is like front, side, top. I want to be able to tumble out of it into perspective view. But I don't think it'll let you. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know why also it's giving me this little like plus sign when I move around? Right. So when that little yellow plus comes up, that's just letting me know I'm in move mode. You see that little yellow plus in the center of my screen, right? Right. Well, I'm like there. I can select the polys or whatever because that's poly mode. So yeah, I was in object mode, and that's just to select the whole object, right? Like if I want to just select just that. But what I'm saying is when I move around, do you see that yellow plus sign in the center of the screen there? What the fuck is that? Screen center? Is it? Am I tumbling around that? I don't. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's just center of the screen. I don't know what what the fuck it is. I don't like it. No. Holding Alt and middle mouse button. And then spin the wheel, zooms in and out. What does that do? Nothing. That does nothing for me. That does nothing. Oh. Oh, I see. No, I would I do see what that. I would never want to do that though. Just alt and left mouse is just rotate, and then alt and click in the middle is pan around. What is to zoom frame your selection? No. I want to like so say I have I'm selecting this Ngon or this spline shape here, and I want to frame. I want to like zoom frame it. It's O. Okay, it's O. What's S do? S frames as well. I wonder if one is okay. So, I wonder what the difference between O and S is. They both did the same thing. It seemed like. Like that's S, and then that's O, so it did like the same thing. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know how you mean child. So they both did the same. Oh, yeah. All right, I want frame all objects. Okay, that's what else I was wondering. What frames all? Okay, the S is just frame selection. It looks like that's really all you need basically. I don't know. H is frame all. Yeah, O frames the same thing. I don't know what the fuck what it does though. So I don't know what way you learned to cut in circles, but this is how I do it. Is like so. Let's see. I need to go to the object. So what I would do is you need it subdivided at least once, like the main poly there. And then what I'd do is I'd go in and I'm going to do an extrude inner, I guess is what they call it. Which I'd go like that. And then I'd do it. Whoop. What I got to do to apply it again here. Okay. So then from here, I do it. I did it twice just because I wanted to preserve that outer edge loop. But then what I do is I'm going to go and I'm going to collapse this now. Wherever that fucking is. Let's see. No, I think it's under. No. I just had it earlier. $21. I think so, yeah. R21. I downloaded this from somewhere. It was fucking. Oh, there it is. There it is. So I just, if you right click, it brings up this mesh tool menu. We get almost everything right here under right click. So then collapse is right here. So then I don't know. I don't know what melt is usually for something else. It's gonna like relax the vertices along a spline or something. This is just gonna collapse it to a single point. Like so, it's more direct. I would do it this way, and then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna select this center vertice now that it's been all collapsed, and then for there. So normally in a different program you'd have a chamfer or something like that, but this doesn't have it, so you got to go to bevel is what it wants you to do. And no, I would never use bools. Never Boolean. Boolean's like, I don't even know what instance you would ever use Boolean. You'd use Boolean if you didn't know how to polymodel something. So you can see now I got a nice, perfectly subdividable circle. The downfall of doing it like this is we don't have quads at the inside of the circle. But like I could go through and cut this up so there was quads in the middle now. Which I'd have to add like, I don't even know how to solve it. I'd have to go like, I'd have to cut one into here maybe. Okay, is cut. Yeah, so it would be something like that, I guess. How do I just end? How do I end what I'm doing there? Like escape. Okay, so then it would have to be something like this. And escape. No, because then we won't have quads. And then I'd have to go like this. I think it'd be something along these lines is what we'd want. So now we have quads. We have quads. This is a little dirty. What we're looking at right here. Like if we wanted to do it better, this is why I have these n-gon shapes I like to draw. So I can use them as guides. Fuck, man. Why can't I select this? Oh, it's because I'm at sub-object level. So, like if I was going to make a sphere, I would never build a sphere from the sphere primitive. I would make a box and then line it up to this spec, because then that's subdividable into a sphere, and we preserve quads. So if you make a sphere from the sphere primitive, right? Here, let's just do that. Like if I create a, where's the fucking create tab? Create a primitive. Oh, here we go. Primitive sphere. So see how there's, we're not quads up here at the top. So it's already fucked. Like you can definitely do things based on this, but when push comes to shove, you're always going to have issues at this pinching here, UV wise. Like so, if once you unwrapped this as a UV and then you wrap your map back onto this, all through here you're going to have funny shit. Like this is what you see in video games all the time. Is at the top of their dome, there's all pinching up there because they've just done it lazy and used a sphere or whatever. When instead, if you make a cube, And then we want to just give it a segment each place. Do I need to give it more than that? Let's see here. Let's make this like 50, 50, and 50. No, that's all I need. And then I'd actually go through and... Come on, bitch. Give me what I want. C. How do I know if it's what state it's in? That's what else I can't figure out ever is like how do I know what's active? Like if I hit C, I get no feedback on the screen anywhere to know that if it did what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and that okay, so that's the feedback I know. So the point triangle thing means it's now an editable object. It's no longer a standard primitive. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now that we're here, I'm going to take and take my verts and kind of move them to using my guide here, you know what I'm saying? Uh and then let's see here. This is again dirty. Like you should look at it in different like ortho views to make sure you're lining it up perfectly or whatever for the best result. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, yeah, totally. There's definitely ways to be more precise. I usually can't be bothered with being that fucking precise with a lot of shit unless I like. That's why a lot of people like modeling is because they like the satisfaction of precision. You know. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, weird. Um, right. Um, so where else you'd want to do this too is like you'd want to take this Ngon. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, you could. There's maybe another primitive to be had where you can that already is kind of like this. Like you could take maybe there might be another primitive sphere. I don't know that will let you. Okay, let me see that in a second here. Uh, whoa. Yeah, I wonder if they do have that. Let me see here. So if I go to create, and then what did you say to do? Under sphere? Hello? I can't hear you. I lost you. No. I say lights, cameras, floor, bend. Oh, cube. Okay. What? Oh, platonic. So that's not what we want, but yeah, that's not good to know. Uh, so this is just going to be, and now I kind of like rough lined it up with another one from top view. You got to just make sure you lined up all the views. But now this little fucker is going to be, so to add subdivision, I just drop this subdivide surface on it, right? And then I got to drag it under it. Is that the deal? Oh, okay. So you see, we got a quad sphere now, and no pinching any sides, you know, like, and it'll unwrap properly. You have all quads. It's infinitely smoothable. Um, so, well, no, because I fucking didn't line it up. I just did it dirty. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, it's definitely not a perfect sphere. Yeah, if you were gonna you could take the time and definitely make it. And there's definitely other ways to do that, but I generally most of the time would line up make one perfect as I could, and then just have it as like a starter piece, you know. That I just This is eight side, which it was just yeah, two and two on the sub on the or wait, I mean sorry, it's, cube. I used the Yeah, I used the eight-sided Ngon as my guides. How do I how do I quickly pick a camera view? Like if I want to get front view. Yeah, that is, but it doesn't act like I want it to act. Like, what is this? Well, how do I stop it from playing? There we go. See, why is this like tilted now permanently? I just want to like reset my camera here to so it's not all cockeyed. It's like when I'm shift left click does nothing. Doesn't do anything. No, it does nothing. I think it's maybe because I'm. This is what I'm saying. It's hard for me to always tell like what's activated and what's not. Like. No, we gotta. What the fuck? How do I just? Like, you see how it's cockeyed? Like, I can't. It's like it's orbiting around this sphere. I just want to like. Yeah, I just want to like straighten the scene out. It does nothing. Frame all, frame default. Okay, there it is. That was it. Frame geo, alt H, frame all. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what we were looking for. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. I don't know what an element is. This is why it would be big for the terminology to be standardized across the board with all these programs. Would go a long way to help us artists out. Like, who the fuck knows what it means? Yeah. Alright, so I kind of have something in mind I want to try to model there. I want to try to model one of those bugs. The flower bugs. And might as well get to it. I'm going to delete this shit. So these other things stay in the scene, which is a little bit troubling as far as. Well, the subdivision groups that I made or whatever, the modifier, essentially, I had to go in and delete it from this list, whatever this list is about here. Also, when I made a copy of something, it put it in this other group too, which is a little. I don't understand why I needed to do that. When I made another one of these, I just went and made a copy of it, right? Like, so I have one thing, and then I went to, what did I go to? Tools, clone, or duplicate is what I did. Wherever that went. Duplicate. And when you duplicate it, make one copy, clone mode copies. Oh, you can make an instance too. Okay. Select mode linear. But then when you make it, it makes this whole other group inside copies. But it's not an instance though. It's a copy. But it's just made. It's made this group. I don't know if that's just redundant and it has to make that group. That's what I'm wondering, because like I can't put this other inside in it, and I can't move this out of it. Because I did it. Well, I just did a copy, so it shouldn't. It's not an instance, so it should be just like if I make this. Yeah, see, I should be able to just do them independently. It didn't fuck with it. What is this now? What is this leftover gizmo here? It's just chilling over here. What is this? That's just my world origin. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna create a cube, and initially I'm not gonna give it any. I should pull up some ref here of some bugs or something. Oh, I'm not gonna put any in the scene. I just want to like have. I just want a couple images to just get some inspiration as far as like how many pieces I want the abdomen to be. Do I want it to be more like a beetle? Which I think so. Well, and then I'm not making anything that actually exists either, so it's not as important that I have like a front and a side in. If I was gonna, make a car or motorcycle or something like that, I'd probably get some ref in scene. This guy's kind of cool. This whole piece is going to be oh, okay, so I gotta hit C first, and now this thing's editable. And it's either rectangular selection or live selection. I can't have both. Like I want it to just be dynamic and be able to do both. Like that's how everything else is where. Well, no, like in a normal program, I would have rectangle selection active where I can click and drag and select the whole thing like I just did there. Or I'd be able to just click on an individual one without having to go back and go to live selection to get one face. Yeah. Because that sucks, because it's just that many more clicks per day. You know what I mean? And that's what you're really thinking about is, it can be thousands of more clicks a day just for something meaningless like that when there should be an option where it just does both. Like why does it even need to be two separate ways? It is nice that you can isolate, so like I have control, like I can own Like it's only going to select what I'm clicking on. But generally, if I want to grab the whole thing, I want to just be able to do that without having to go back, change a setting, and then select the whole thing, you know? Where, like essentially I want to be able to pick around on the thing and go, all right, I got these three sides, and then, you know, and then if my train of thought ends and I'm like, all right, fuck that, I just need to select the whole thing. I can't do it here now. What is it? 0 is 1? Okay, 0 and 9. Yeah, but even still, it's another button I gotta click. And why? You know. Right. It's not, I mean, I like the concept of being able to break them apart. I think that shouldn't go anywhere. But by default, you should just have your selection be able to do everything. And then, yeah, you should be able to do, it should be able to do both, where I can click and select things and rectangle drag to select things by default. And then if I wanted to separate one or the other, then make it 0 or 9. You know what I mean? Would be nice. Yeah, because that's how it is in every other program as well. It just does both by default. Yeah, but it's not 2 clicks. That's what I mean. In a session, it could be hundreds of more clicks depending on how many times you have to do it. Yeah. Yeah, Yep. And that's ultimately my bitch with Maya too, is there's a million things in Maya that force you to do another click, where many more clicks in some cases than something that just in Max is a single click. And then in Maya, doing the same order of operations is this entirely longer order of operations, where it's like, click this, then do this, then hit this button combination, and then it does it. It's like, fucking A, serious? In Max, it's a single click. But it's good to know it's 0 and 9. Alright, so let's just rough out a body a little bit here. I want to just straight up extrude a little bit. What is it? 0 is the click and drag. This one? This is my old box. Fuck. Yeah, this is a 1070 in this. I don't know what the chipset is. Where do I look for that? Control panel or something? And then, we just want like system information or something. System. It's what is the i7? This is an i7 3820 3.6. I could. I don't. Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't. I don't even know. I'm ready to throw that thing in the fucking trash. The headache it's gave me. Um, right. So, where is the loop path cut? There, I got it. KL. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. It's weird how it's deciding to treat it like that at some points. Is it because it's edge distance versus proportional? Right. Oh, these continue to scale past. That sucks as well. Like normally, if I had like, uh, well, normally if I had a crooked line like this, I'd be able to just scale it in Y, and then it would just it wouldn't scale past flat horizontally. Like, but here it does. It continues to scale. So you can't just like I would use that as like a little quick and dirty way that I could flatten that line out. Oh, it will like so. Oops. Come on. Fucking. So if I shift scale, you're saying? Whoa. No, no. Yeah, see, it scales past zero. I guess zero is what I want. I can just zero it out, essentially. Yeah. Yeah, I see it doing that. Oops. What is move E? I mean, you totally can. Like, uh, yeah, and there's no reason that you couldn't. Like, if you're comfortable doing it. I don't know where all the symmetry tools are and shit in this, so I'm just kind of like, volume builder? No, no, it's oh, it's there. It is symmetry. Oh, I need to drag it under it too. Oh, I need to be on edges here and then KL. No, it's because I. Oh, that's nice. It did find the center there when I held shift. How come it's not selecting all of those polys? Oh, I see. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Select what I'm fucking selecting. How about that? Maybe. It definitely could be. Oh, weird. How do I... Tolerance? So will this auto update for me now? Yeah. Right. Select the motherfucker. God. I don't know why they make it such a pain in the ass to select shit. Well, I just mean I'm clicking on shit and now it's fine. But a second ago I was clicking on this and see it won't get it. Why not just grab the motherfucker? Some of this makes it a little more difficult when I'm trying to cut in the way I want to cut in. Well, like if I want to cut in a circle now, it's gonna make polys that I'm gonna need to, like if I'm gonna cut a neck in, you know. Yeah, which is more of a pain in the ass than cutting a full circle. Yeah. No, but it's good to know where the symmetry stuff is because modeling with symmetry is definitely useful. For sure. I'm kind of just trying to see my shape too and figure out what I want to do. Fucking not having to toggle that's the worst part about the program so far is having to toggle that selection set. Yeah, it's a really big pain in the ass. Fucking A. It could be. I'm gonna make a new shape here. Oh, here's another good question. Where is the align tool? Like if I want to snap this n-gon to this cube, like I want to align pivot to pivot. Well, I don't necessarily want to snap. What I want to do is I want to align these two things. So I want to align this. I want to align the n-gon shape to the cube, and I want it to do it based on their pivots. So like where the gizmo is, where that gizmo is, that's the center of the cube, right? So I want to take the gizmo of this n-gon. Well, I guess I don't, or maybe I do. It's showing me it's split the difference. There should be an align tool somewhere. Like, I'm gonna have to look it up, I guess. Cinema 4D align. Align axis to object. Align objects. Center tool. Where's the center tool? Okay, there's that. Center. So, what do I select? Or do I need to have them both selected? Apply? Oh, it didn't do shit. So, I want this, and then center. Didn't do anything. positive, middle, and negative. I don't know. Middle to middle, middle to middle, middle to middle. Oh, there it is. That worked. All right. Let's scale this bitch down. Oh, jeez, it's the fucking rotates all out of whack now. What the fuck? All right, it's better now, I guess. I was tumbling around and it was like got all fucked up. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right here. Like I'm not gonna make a sphere, but I want to just give it start with like a rounder shape right off the bat. So I'm like, oh, I gotta make this editable with C. And then I'm gonna grab these bitches, but I gotta hit a fucking hotkey first. And then something I always tell myself to make excuses for my laziness is that modeling not in perfect symmetry too sometimes gives it a more natural feel because nothing in nature is exactly the same. But that's more just an excuse to be lazy. All right. Oh, did they give me more fucking tasks at work? Ugh. I think I do. I think so. Yeah. I don't know. He hasn't said anything in Slack yet, so we'll see. Pipe it up. Pipe it up. What the fuck? Oh, what is the selection tool hotkey? Like, E is move, R is rotate, and T is scale. What's the selection hotkey? No, I mean like this one up in the upper left here. Oh, it is. It's 0, or oh, it's 0. Okay. See, fucking A. Yeah, like some of these hotkeys could be stand and move around because, like in Maya, it's QWERT is your Q is select, W is move, E is rotate, R is scale. And it's like, no, in Maya, it's Q is select, W is move, E is rotate, R is scale, T is. Yeah, that's a different hotkey in Maya. That's a part of the spacebar intuitive coordinates or whatever the fuck. or that gestural is the way I do it always. There's like gestural shit in Maya where you can hit the space bar and then move to whatever you want to do in a certain way. You savage. I get the baby stuck in my head today. She only 21 and she a savage. She make my other bitch look average. So if this is okay. Now hotkey. What is it? Just enter? Okay. That's good to know. You make my other bitch look average. This is, I think, like I want to have those like I was saying, the back abdomen is going to be like petals. So, like, basically, it'll end up being some kind of shape that's kind of like this-ish, but it'll be fatter. So I was just trying to get just the general size. Just kind of looking at maybe what I want the size to be on this. You know, how big it needs to be versus the abdomen. So why can't I just scale on one axis? Oh, dude, it's because we locked it at some point or something? It's just like scales the whole thing. Uniform. Per object manipulation? I don't know what even that means. Like, I want to just scale it along the Y to make it a little more, but it scales the whole thing. Yeah, that's, I think I accidentally like locked something or to. Oh, model mode. I see. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sub substance is nasty. Yeah, the shit is crazy. Right. Bomb, 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 bomb. Yeah, I don't know if capsules start with like a capsule and then right, which is totally viable depending on like that's what I mean. It all depends where it's gonna go, but if you want to ever put it in an engine or something, you don't want to do it that way. And like, yeah, and then it's gonna be less real time and all the rest of that too. Yeah. Uh, right. That's why I was saying you just don't even do it. Like just model it and put the polys where they're supposed to go. Kind of fishy. Well, it's not very fast yet because I'm still kind of wonky in the thing. Sure. Right. All right. Yeah, this is going to be way too smooth or way too rounded for what I'm thinking. I wish I could have found this other bug I already modeled in Max was like kind of exactly what I was thinking, but I can't find it. I don't know what the fuck I did with it. I'm just trying to get a feel of this. Now this is the head. The the tail, right? Speaking of butt plugs. Yeah, it does look the opposite, like you were saying. Like that should be the ass. If it was like an ant. I need this to be... yeah, that's the thought. Yeah, I'm gonna just like inset on this and like... Yeah, some people use bridge a lot. I'm not never really used the bridge too much. So I was thinking of doing something like this, and then it's already kind of set up a little bit. Well, right. Like, well, I'd go. Well, how many would this be? 4. I want to do 1 for each. Maybe. Do I need to? I wonder if I need to do it flat and then curve it all. Whoops. Well, I don't know. Whoa. Spinners are weird. Where is the height on this for the bevel? Extrusion. Okay, that's too much. Like 0.1. 0.1. Point -1. No, can I? Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, that did do it crooked there. What the fuck? It didn't, and then it did. Can I just apply it again? Oh, weird. Extrusion 0.1. I'm like, it really doesn't like to be at this super small scale. It hates it. Yeah. It doesn't like it, that's for sure, though. Well, I was going to go at a small scale because ultimately like I was saying, it's better to work at a small scale, especially if we're going to ultimately do some particle systems and such. But, so can I go back and... Yeah, I'm sure you can scale it. Wait, where is it? One is 1 centimeter. I mean, that's what I want it to be. I want it to be that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is 1 to 1 centimeter is correct. It just doesn't like it doesn't default, like all the settings don't default to be friendly at that scale. Like it wants to make everything 1 centimeter. Working working smaller than that, it's having a hard time. Like right. I wish I could have. All right, let's bevel this again here. And then this time, let's extrude 0.5. How come I lose my... How do I just get back to bevel? I guess... Shit. 0.5. Negative 0.25. Whoa, that was fucking weird. Oh, Control Shift, you can get a ring selection. I mean, so far, it has everything that you want to have, but everything is so awkward. And I feel the same way about Maya. Is like why not just do it in Max? It's almost like it's definitely good to get my head wrapped around like what's going on in here. Like now, if I need to do adjust the model or something, I could do it. I bet, yeah. No, 100%. That's what I'm trying to learn this shit. Is because there's work to be had in it. How do I tell it to scale based on the object selection selected, and then locate it to local? I want it to the object. I want it to scale each one based on my selection, and like I want it to scale locally each polygon object. Like what, kind of like that, but it still is scaling. It's still the scale set up by world there, not locally to the face. Yeah, it's not. Like, it is, but it's yeah, it's not. It's still keeping. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Normal along. Yeah, that is what it is. Along normals. Okay, so if I select all these and then want to go along the normal, it it, can it not do multiple per object manipulation? It's got to be able to. It's not. Selected. I want to do like a local scale where each one's scaling locally. Oh, there it worked. There it worked. It was just weird. Again, it's so awkward the way they have it going on. I don't know why. Like, yeah, but now I don't know why. What the fuck is going on? Like, why can't I scale them together? Are the normals broken now, or is it just fucked? Like, this is some of the things with modeling. Like, now do I have to like reset the whole X form of the object somehow so it can figure out where its normals are supposed to be? Like, I'm wondering if by poly modeling I just broke all of the. Oh, shit! I gotta call. Hold on.